Good morning, colleagues. My name is Momodu Sala, and I'm the Director of the Center for Academic Innovation. It is with the greatest pleasure that we welcome you to this year's annual Learning and Teaching Conference. I would also like to extend a special welcome to our new VC, Professor Nomington, and also to Professor Jackie Labi, under whose purview we sit. We would also like to welcome all colleagues who are joining us, as well as those from partner institutions. The whole purpose of this conference is to explore and share best practice. In December 2019, we put together a committee that started looking at planning the Learning and Teaching Conference because it takes about a year to plan. And in December 2019, after a lot of conversations, we agreed that the theme would be looking at the University of the Future after reflecting on 150 years of existence by the Montfort University, because it was the 150-year anniversary. So as we were thinking about what the University of the Future would look like in 150 years, COVID overtook us. And that meant that the thoughts we had about planning for the future were then present. The future was now, not tomorrow. So we had to learn to actually deal with disruption, because at the Center for Academic Innovation, we pride ourselves on engendering disruption, and COVID disrupted us in ways we never thought possible. So now we're thinking about the future. If we reimagine a new university, what skills, what knowledge, what values would we need as teachers, as educators in the next 150 years? What kind of students would we have in the next 150 years? What kind of paraphernalia would be needed in allowing us to conduct our job as teachers, as educators? So this is the focus of this theme, of this conference. And on that basis, we have actually further subdivided it into three further themes. We wanted to talk about disruptive pedagogy in terms of digital capability, digital literacy, new ways, alternative ways of engaging with our learners, but also of teaching. How do we engender that? And we wanted to create the space for us to discuss that, especially as we begin to imagine or reimagine what a new university would look like in the next 150 years. The second theme is actually around decolonization. And I understand that the new VC has a particular interest in inclusivity and diversity, and we very much welcome this. And we ask ourselves, how do we decolonize and possibly dismantle not only the curriculum to be more representative, to be more inclusive, but also the institutions and the people within the institutions to be actually more reflective. This user talks a lot about epistemicide as well as cognitive injustice. And I think these are two particular ideas that need to be reflected in our work within the institution as well. And then the third pillar on which this conference rests is actually on sustainable development, social good, civic engagement. How do we bring the classroom? How do we bring the real world into the classroom? And how do we take the classroom out into the real world? How can we engender a symbiosis between teaching, theory, and practice? And what has been happening, especially from DMU's point of view, in these kinds of initiatives. So these are the three themes that we wanted to kind of focus on this conference. And we have a very good planning committee made up of people from all faculties, but also from other institutions across the university who have been working on this conference for the past year. And we have now about 321 people registered for this conference, with 25 papers to be presented in parallel sessions. So we're very, very happy about this. And we hope that today would be a really disruptive session or conference. We want to just give huge thanks to Neela Patel from Port for working extremely hard on putting the logistics together. Thank you, Neela. We also wanted to thank the events team, ITMS, and also to our own team in Kai, specifically Demi and Sue, who've also worked really hard on this. So on that note, I just wanted to say a massive, massive welcome to all of you, and also to actually encourage you to actually make best use of this session, but also to be as disruptive as possible throughout the whole day. We encourage disruption. In fact, we'll be very disappointed if there is no disruption. So, on that note, It is my singular honor to invite our new Vice Chancellor, Professor Kate Nomington, to actually give her remarks. Professor Nomington, you're welcome.